Last week, our team looked into HPAR, CIP, strut, soil nailing method in DDP construction. Today, we will talk about PRD construction method and underground space construction used in civil engineering work of DDP. However, first of all, a choice of the particular method of civil engineering is determined through a thorough investigation of the site's ground characteristics. So, we need to find out the ground conditions of DDP first. DDP is located near Dongdaemun History and Culture Park Station, subway line number 2 and 4, and there are Good Morning City, Hello APM, Ilneure, Dota near DDP. The ground survey was conducted by dropping a 63-kilogram hammer from 75 centimeters. First of all, up to 0.5 meter consists of loose, moist, salty sand. Up to 2.0 meter, it consists of steep, moist, and salty clay. Up to 4.6 meter, it consists of very compact moist sand with rock flakes. Up to 5.8 meters, it consists of very compact silt and sand. Up to 7.3 meters, it consists of heavily fractured granite. Below 7.3 meters, it consists of closely spaced, tight, and strong granite. That's why we had to use PRD construction method, not SDA, because of strong granite. PRD technique is used to pierce everything regardless of the ground level. Due to mentioned strong granite, it was mainly used for drilling in a red circle area near subway line number 4. Based on DDP's two-story basement floor plan, it is red circle over there. Then what is PRD? PRD is percussion rotary drill that inserts casing and excavates to a certain depth using an excavation equipment and inserts and insert the steel column for the main work to prevent the collapse of the airwork. Then, before I explain, let's take a look at the video clip to help you understand what is PRD. With this method, the construction load of DDP is finally transferred to the ground through megatruss and megacolumn. Then, let's take a closer look at PRD progress that was actually applied on DDP. First step of PRD construction method is survey and outcasing. In this case, what we have to do first is to measure the position of outcasing installation after arranging the ground, and then we excavate outcasing position and measure the setting position. Next, after setting up outcasing, we insert the measurement of outcasing and check the center point, then we place the guide concrete. Finally, we use the required thickness for outcasing and roll out the steel plate, and then we place the guide concrete sufficiently for fixing the location to prevent it from occurring flow during excavation. And lastly, when the upper ground is a soft ground, the impeller has to be set after completion of subsidence prevention and steel installation. The next step is production and installation of encasing. In the part of encasing production, we use the required thickness to prevent the deformation of the cross-section due to earth pressure, and we use a frame to achieve a vertical degree when welding, and then we flatten the upper part and insert the angle. In the part of encasing installation, we use vibro hammer to water flood after DR3600 perforation. Then, we use a transit to measure a vertical degree while initial embedding. When entering a certain depth, 3 to 5 meters, we perform a work of modification while the excavation is stopped. It enters enough depth to prevent the collapse of the airwork. The third step is drilling, and the fourth step is air surging. It is necessary to remove foreign substances from underground water pipes and to extend the life of the tube well. When underground water is used by pumping in the tube, rock debris gathers in a hole along with underground water, and then the motor pump in the tube may be damaged and the water vein in the tube may be blocked. So, we have to clean the inside of the tube after a certain period of time. The fifth step is current test. Current is an ultrasonic wave sidewall measuring device that can record accurate vertical cross-sections by firing ultrasonic waves, while hanging the sensor unit from the center of the excavator and moving it up and down. Based on accurate data, it is possible to reduce the cost of high-quality air reduction in basic construction. The sixth step is installing rubber mesh. And the last step is placing concrete. Also, there are other civil engineering methods. First one is SGR. Second one is JSP. Next, let's talk about DDP's underground space connection construction. In the past, subway and underground passageways were individually located, and horizontal movement of DDP site was only possible through pedestrian passes on the ground. 60% of the total floating population flows into the ground from subway line number 2, so direct connection with underground space and subway station was essential. The existing lines were mainly from subway station to the ground and then distributed to commercial areas at the ground level. Since there are no crosswalk on Hungin-Munro, the crossing takes place through underground sidewalk at 3 places including the station. This arrangement caused a lot of confusion. Therefore, Seoul City had implemented an integrated connection between the underground spaces. They created a connection underground space under DDP associated with subway. This has resulted in 3 improvements. First, it activated the East-West Commercial District by connecting underground. Second, it improved the ground walking environment significantly by establishing an underground pedestrian network. Third, commercial activities and performances that have been performed underground are placed and programmed in an appropriate location within the underground space. Next week, we will talk about DDP's steel construction. Thank you.